So back in 2016, I was living in Pittsburgh and had a great CrossFit gym. All of the coaches were actual athletes competing mostly in team sports, not just competing in the sport of fitness that CrossFit created. They barely even used the term, although the gym was affiliated with the CrossFit brand. I had a great on-ramp. It was basically show up and do the work. Don't push yourself over about 80% capacity for the first few months to get acclimated to the programming. This allowed the coach team to gauge my level of fitness, my mobility, my ability to perform the movements and complete workouts at various levels of scaling. One day I was released to just go for it. I would show up not knowing the workouts ahead of time and just do the work. I really enjoyed my time showing up to the gym. It wasn't even close to my house. I had an hour commute each way to and from work at the time and drove another about 30 minutes from home each way to get to this gym. I would go about 5 to 6 times a week, and I really enjoyed the Saturday team workouts. Look forward to spending some time working out with some of the friends at the gym and that sense of accomplishment when you finish the workout together. When I moved to Connecticut, I joined another CrossFit gym. Never really found that same level of connection or commitment or consistency, to be honest. I found myself looking at workouts ahead of time during the day and kind of dreading going to the gym after work if I knew what the workout was. I'd psych myself out during the day saying, I don't want to do that. I'm no good at that movement. I'd rather do something else. And then I did nothing instead. My fitness suffered, and I was actively wasting money by choosing not to go to the gym. Then in 2020, when COVID hit, I decided I'm never going back to a regular gym ever again. I started saving all of that money that I was throwing away for the monthly fee for a CrossFit gym, and little by little started investing in building my own home gym. First some dumbbells, then a few kettlebells, then a bike, and a treadmill. And now I have pretty much everything that I need to get a good workout on a weekly basis. Slowly adding equipment over time until I'm out of space. So here we are in 2024, and I've found myself with a really good, consistent fitness routine. 4 to 5 days a week, have everything available to me right in my home, and the ability to mix in running, biking, stretching, lifting. With that came the search for some new tools to help me work out in the gym. No longer relying on somebody else to program workouts for me and show up at the gym and just do what I was told. I've collected a sampling of apps and programs over the last 4 years that have helped me maintain my consistency. Number 1 is Apple Fitness Plus. When I'm having one of those days where I really don't know what I want to work out or what type of workout I want to do, I'll pull up Apple Fitness Plus. Apple Fitness Plus really got me back into fitness. It was an on-ramp of sorts where you could pick, strength workouts or running workouts or yoga, Pilates, etc. And now you can sort by upper body, lower body, total body. There's HIIT workouts, there's rowing. There's almost everything you need to get started in fitness. The classes aren't intimidating. The instructors are great. They typically have somebody who is scaling movements, so you can either follow the main instructor or follow the person who is doing a modified version of the workout if you have a joint pain or injury or whatever going on. And you get to see your fitness rings on the screen while you're doing it, which is ever so satisfying when you watch them close during the middle of a workout. While I've scaled back a little bit on Fitness Plus, it's still a great option. You can share it with family. My wife uses it as well. And every once in a while, I have the thought of, I haven't used it in a while. I should cancel it. And then I have one of those days where I just hop in and click a workout. And 30 minutes later, I think to myself, why would I ever cancel this? So Fitness Plus is great to get you started, get you moving, and keep you moving with satisfying workouts of varying types. There's something there for everybody. Next up on my list is one that I've almost replaced Fitness Plus with for strength days, and that's called Fitbod. And I like Fitbod because you can put in what type of equipment you have. Since I have a home gym, I don't have all of the machines that a Globo gym would have, but it knows that I have a kettlebell set, a dumbbell set, I have, bands and straps and a BOSU ball. It knows all the equipment that I have. That's set up in a place called Home Gym in case you do want to use this at a Globo gym. You can select, hey, I've got all the equipment at my disposal today in this gym, and it'll come up with workouts for you effectively. And then it tracks what's going into Apple Health via those workouts and calculates percentages of how fresh your muscles are. So if you do squats and deadlifts and running in a day, the next day it's going to know that you did that, and it's going to say, okay, you only have like 50% capacity in those muscle groups today. Let's focus on chest or back or, biceps and triceps today. So I found that model to be pretty helpful. Although, you can still manually intervene and say, man, my knee's bugging me today. I'll drop the percentage of legs in this workout and I'll add something else in to compensate for that. So Fitbod's been a great tool to keep me focused on strength workouts at least 3 times a week. You can get a total body day, a lower body day, and an upper body day in my routine. Next up is something I've stumbled upon recently as I started running more and training for a half marathon. And the app is called Zones. And I guess you wouldn't have to be a runner to enjoy this, but it gives you great graphs and views and data surrounding your workouts. So as I start to add distance and build my zone 2 heart rate capacity, it lets you put in what calculation you want to use for max heart rate, and then calculates your zones 1 through 5 heart rates. You can set a weekly goal in terms of how much time you want to spend in your zones for the week. Track yourself week over week. Track your running time, your running distance. It's like a data nerd's paradise for health and fitness. So it's been really nice to see my zone 2 heart rate climb week over week over week as I continue my training, and watch my running pace slowly come down over time. Now there's a little bit of CrossFit holdovers left in me here, and the next app that I'll talk about is called Pliability. And those of you that have been in the CrossFit space will know this as ROMWOD. They've done a little bit of a rebranding here in the past few years, and I accidentally got sucked in on their free trial and paid for a full year subscription. And as it turns out, that's one of the best things that I did. So all of this working out, strength days, running, cardio, etc., gets rounded off by this stretching and mobility app. So there's new daily routines every week, Monday through Sunday. You can hop on the app and there's a routine ready for you to go, usually between 20 and 30 minutes. They've now added different hubs into the app. So there's a runner's hub. If you're into golf, there's different exercises for that. There's warm-ups, there's cool downs, there's shortened versions of the routines as well. If you don't have the full 20 minutes, usually you can get them down to as low as 15 minutes. There's different programs if you're like me and you spend most of your day sitting at a desk. The Desk Job Hero program has 5 or 6 different routines inside of it to help stretch out all the muscles that get tensed up as you're sitting at your desk. So overall, it's been a great app to help me kind of recover and relax before bed. Tying into this theme of health and fitness is also mental health and mental fitness. So the Calm app makes the list here. I've used this for about the last 5 years. Since 2019, I've had a subscription to the Calm app. I love doing the daily calms, and I like doing them before bed. Found it's a great way to ease myself into sleep. A lot of times I'll fall asleep while I'm doing it or towards the end of it. It's been incredibly helpful to focus on the mental training of focusing on the breath, being present in the moment, different techniques to help relax yourself and strengthen the mind in addition to strengthening the body. Finally, I'll mention Withings. Kind of a weird thing to put on this list, but I've got the smart scale, got the smart thermometer, and I have the smart blood pressure cuff. So all of these things work together. You step on the scale, it measures your weight, gives you water percentage, muscle percentage, fat percentage, BMI, automatically syncs with the app, and then dumps all that into Apple Health. So then that lastly brings us to Apple Health, which is kind of the whole hub of all this stuff. So in Apple Health, I can sync charts with my doctors, various teams of health professionals, in addition to all of these other apps, Pliability, Fitbod. Anytime I'm working out, those calories being burned or calories going in are going into Apple Health as well. So that's pretty much it. That's everything that I use to help keep myself in shape mentally and physically fit and track my health data over time. If you have anything else that you think should be on the list, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. See ya.